Welcome to the ServiceNow Annual 565 Asset Inventory Report Training video. In this video, you will learn how to access, generate, and print the Annual 565 Asset Inventory Report in ServiceNow. Let's get started. To access the Annual 565 Asset Inventory Report, you will first need to log into ServiceNow. Please make sure you're using Google Chrome to access ServiceNow, as this is ServiceNow's recommended browser. The use of other browsers will result in unexpected behavior. After logging into ServiceNow, from the Filter Navigator field, type 565. From the Inventory 565 Report application, select the Inventory 565 Reports module. To generate a new 565 inventory report, click on the New button. From the Reports form, complete all the applicable fields. For the name of person responsible for this report field, if you know the name of the person, you can start typing their name. And if ServiceNow finds this value within the users table, the value will be displayed beneath the field. You can left-click to populate the field, or if you're unsure of the name of the person responsible for this report, you can click on the magnifying glass icon to perform a lookup search on the users table. You can manually search through this list of over 100,000 users, or you can use ServiceNow's wildcard character, the asterisk, to perform a contained search on any of the available visible column headers. We can also perform a for text search, which basically searches on any text value. I'm going to leave the default as name, and with my asterisk wildcard character, which again means I'm going to do a contained search, I'm going to type my user's name. We can type the last name, first name, part of the first name, part of the last name, any value that you specify using this wildcard asterisk character. ServiceNow will filter the list to return whatever value you specify. When I click on Enter, I find my applicable user. I can left click on the underlined entry to auto-populate the field. We can perform the same function with the name of contractor field. And this field is looking for the name of the company. So if I know this is for Ventec, I can start typing in Ventec, and when I find the applicable Ventec Solutions cost center that I'm looking for, ServiceNow will automatically populate the street, city, zip code, state, and contract number for my cost center. I can also perform that lookup search by clicking on the magnifying glass icon to perform a search on the cost centers table. Similar to what we did on the users table, I can perform a search on the company, contract number, or site code, any of these visible column headers. So if I know part of the contract number, I can type that in, click Enter, and ServiceNow will filter the list based on my value that I entered. We can again left-click on the underlined entry to automatically populate our field, and again auto-populate our street, city, zip code, state, and contract number. But since I know this is going to be for Ventec, I'm going to type in Ventec and select my applicable cost center. When we're done completing the form, we have two options. We can submit the form, which is basically going to take this new record and save this to the database. It's going to redirect us back to the previously viewed list of all the previously created 565 reports. Or we can click on Save to save the record to the database, but remain on the current form so that we can continue working, which is what we want to do because we want to eventually print this report. You'll notice that after I click on Save, my Submit button disappears, and now I have an Update button. Update will save any changes that we made, and it's going to take us away from the form and take us back to that list of previously created 565 reports. And again, Save will save any changes that we've made, but it's going to remain on the form so that we can continue working. You'll also notice as we scroll down, we've got a list of assets by company name. And this is the list that we want to print so that we can provide this to CMS. To print the report, We're going to click on the gear icon, which is the settings option, and we're going to click on the printer-friendly version icon. When the report is displayed, we're going to click on the Click to Print button, and you can click on either button. We have the ability to change the layout of the report. So maybe I want this to display in portrait instead of landscape. I'm going to go ahead and select landscape. We're going to click on the More Settings option and scroll down to the Options section. You're going to want to make sure that the headers and footers and background graphics options are both checked. Otherwise, your report will display in this manner. I'm going to go ahead and recheck those options. And when I'm ready to print, I'm going to click on the Print button. This concludes the ServiceNow Annual 565 Report Training video.